Stu here at ABR. Today we're going to show you how to do a fitting at your house with a friend and a few tools. So here are the basic tools needed to do your fitting at home. Number one, you got an Allen set, basic Allen set. You can use multi-tool or something like this. Number two, you got Sharpie and tape, something like Scotch tape, blue tape, anything like that. Number three, you got string and then a washer, something that's going to have weight on it. And that's it. In this basic fitting there are 4 steps. Step 1 is aligning the cleat over the ball of your foot. Step 2 is leg extension. Step 3 is knee over spindle. And step 4 is reach. So step 1 is aligning the cleat over the ball of your foot. How to do this? We're going to take the tape. We're going to peel a strip. We're going to put it on the side of the shoe, closer to the toes. And what we're going to do is take the Sharpie and we're going to mark the metatarsal head on each side of the foot. You get to really feel it. Sometimes you have to take your shoe off and check. The direction you find it and just make a line right at it. Now we've created these lines. If we draw a line straight across to connect the two, that ideally will be the ball of your foot. We want the cleat aligned with the middle of the ball of your foot. So what we're going to do is pull the shoe off, flip it over, take your string, and connect line to line. That line's covering, this line's covering. What you want to find is that your cleat is centered with this string. Now repeat the process on the other foot and you're all set. So now you're going to get on the bike carefully, lean up against the wall, clip in. What you want to do for leg extension is have one foot to the ground. The crank arm is actually to be aligned with the seat tube. So align this straight down. So it's not going to be actually perfectly vertical. That's not the farthest point. The farthest point is actually a little farther forward. So we're going to align that right there. And what you want to do with that leg extension, you don't want this leg to be locked. If this leg is locked, that means it's a little high. If my saddle is a little higher, I'd be pointing at the bottom. Little trick, if you have it in the correct position, you drop your heel, so you do lock your leg. Your heel should be lower than the toes of your feet. See how my heel is actually very low. It's a good point. Now, it could also be too low. How do you know the saddle's too low? Well, the saddle's too low if you drop this all the way down and your toes are pointing to the sky. If your toes are pointed up here, that saddle's way too low. Next, step 3, knee over spindle. To do this, this is where your friend comes to play. So now take your string and your washer and connect the two with a simple knot. Just like that. So what we're going to do is put the crank in a parallel position to the ground, and we're going to take the string and put it at tibia where your knee bends right there, and on a level ground you'll have the knee over the spindle. If your measurement's off, it'll look like this, just over or behind the spindle. And this is how you fix it. For this saddle and seat post, it requires a 6mm. So you grab your 6mm. We're going to start loosening the saddle. What you want to do is get it loose enough that you can pivot this back and forth. Again, try not to adjust the angle of the saddle because that'll change how you sit. You want to just change the forward and aft of the saddle. Now, I was a little forward with the string. I wanted to bring that knee back, so I'm going to bring the saddle back. Got to remember, the leg extension is the second step, goes along with the third step with knee over spindle. I mean that because when I move this saddle back to bring that string back, it's also going to extend my leg extension because the angle of the C-tube is not perpendicular to the ground. So as we move this saddle back, it's also going to bring the saddle up. So as you do this, you want to go very small increments, millimeters, 1/4 of an inch at a time. And as we do that, we're going to do 1/4 of an inch, we're going to tighten it back up, we're going to check step 2 and step 3 again for every time we change this saddle. So step 4 is reach. There's many ways to actually measure this. You can do it with an angle measurement, you can do it with lasers, many different measurements. We're going to show you the most basic, easiest way to do it at home. Actually going to sit straight up, and keep your back straight. You're going to rest your hands right on the hoods, and you're going to peer forward. As you peer forward, you're going to keep your head that way and just glance down with your eyes. And as you glance down with your eyes, what you're looking for is the center of the handlebar is going to hide the hub, the front hub, all the way down here. You want your eyes actually to be aligned straight there. That's where you want your head. What if it doesn't align right in the middle of the hub? For instance, if you get in this position on the hoods and your hub is in front of this center line, that means it's a little too compact. You can actually get a longer stem and adjust that. The other position it could be in, the hub could be behind your handlebar. If it's there, that means the bike's a little long. We can actually get a little shorter stem, bring these bars closer. In conclusion, those are 4 steps to fit you to your bike. 4 easy steps. 1, setting the cleat to the ball of your foot. 2, leg extension. 3, knee over spindle, and 4 is reach. The final thing, you want to go out and ride. Now if you change your saddle, if you change your reach, you change your height, any of those little things, even if you changed by a 1/4 of an inch, go out. You really want to spin the first 50 miles, 100 miles even, just spin, feel it, feel your legs, feel it out. You don't want to really go hard yet. And at that point, you're still not sure, you're still not confident, come by the shop. We'd love to see you. We'll put you on our trainer. We'll get the full tools out, do a full fitting, make you confident that you're ready to ride that bike. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. We love shooting them, and we'd love to see more of you in the future.